guys, tonight we're making Swedish meatballs. So in my slow cooker, this is my favorite one. My favorite slow cooker. Although it's not deep, I love it and it works amazing. So this is it's just from Crock Pot. And it's normally like it's the size of a casserole dish. I just put one layer of meatballs. I'm using these. I'm going to be doing some freezer meals with the rest of it. And in this bowl, I have one big can of cream of mushroom soup. And I'm just going to add the exact same amount of beef broth. So I use this huge can of cream of mushroom soup. And then I just filled the can with beef broth. I still have some left in here. And then to this, I'm going to whisk. I'm going to whisk this together to combine it. And then we're going to add some seasonings to it. So equal parts beef broth and cream of mushroom soup. It will thicken. You're going to need about a teaspoon or so of paprika. And just whisking that together. Garlic powder, as much or as little as you want. I do about a teaspoon as well. More like a half tablespoon. And then you're going to need some parsley, about a tablespoon. And then a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Again, about a tablespoon. Worcestershire sauce is so good. We're going to add some pepper. Again, it's your kitchen. Use as much or as little as you want. I do like a half tablespoon. And we're just going to mix this together. And I'm going to serve this over mashed potatoes. So this is going to be my gravy as well. And this is going to go in your slow cooker on low for 4 hours. And all you're going to do is you're going to pour it right over the top of your meatballs. Don't worry, the sauce is going to thicken as it cooks. So I'm going to let this go in my slow cooker for about 4 hours on low. And then I'm going to make mashed potatoes and I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. And that is dinner tonight. Super quick, super fast, super easy. Let me know if you guys like this kind of thing. And I can do it more often. Like the crock pot meals. Okay, so since I'm going to do these later in the week, I might as well just show you guys how I do it now. I'm doing 2 different freezer meals just because that's how much I have for meatballs. I use this big huge thing and I used it for Swedish meatballs and then 2 sweet and sour meatballs. So what you're going to need is meatballs, rice vinegar, ketchup, sugar, bell peppers, and onions. Okay, so I'm going to give you a recipe for just one, but I'm going to be doing both. So you're going to need a half an onion. You could do 1 color bell pepper or half and half, which I'm doing half red, half green. Chopped. So I'm just chopping the red pepper and putting half in each bag. And I'm going to do the exact same thing to my green pepper. You could do a whole onion, you could do a half an onion. I'm just doing a half an onion per bag because it's all I have on hand right now. So we are just using what we have. We don't go shopping yet, and then our state is pretty much shut down all over again. So I figured I would freezer meal. Not only that, Jameson's in summer school online, so I'm trying to make my life easier because after school, he's only going to school for an hour and 45 minutes or so. So hour 15, hour 45. So I figured I'd make my life easy, make some freezer meals. I'm just going to write on here sweet and sour meatballs, and you're going to put them in your slow cooker on low for 4 hours. So that way, later in the week, I don't have to give you guys the recipe. So I'm putting about a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar in the bag. Again, I'm just eyeballing this. You guys can use a measuring cup if you guys want to. I've made this so much that it's just unbelievably easy. And then you're going to need about a 1/2 cup of ketchup. You can use bottled sweet and sour, or I'm just making my own. I've made it several times before. So 2 good squeezes of ketchup. And then about a 1/4 cup of sugar per bag. So 1/4 cup of sugar in this one, 1/4 cup of sugar in this one. Seal it up, and if your sweet and sour sauce does not get thickened, you can add cornstarch to it if you guys want to. But just like that, sweet and sour meatballs is done and ready for my freezer for later in the week. Let me know if you guys want me to do a full freezer meal prep video. I've done them in the past, and I know a lot of you like them, but just let me know. I can do it again. I'm just trying to make my life super easy and simple over the next couple of weeks with Jameson and schooling and stuff. So, sweet and sour meatballs ready for the freezer. And if you're going to put them in your freezer, make sure if you have a grate to put them on a cookie sheet or something, so that way they don't divot in your freezer. So I'm going to lay them flat, stick them on a cookie sheet, throw them in my freezer, and dinner is done for 2 nights. And then all you have to do is make some rice, and dinner is done. Again, crock pot, 4 hours on low, and you're good to go. Okay, so I forgot to put the green pepper in, but that's fine. I'll use it for another recipe. So if you guys want to, you guys can. Okay, so 2.5 hours before it was done, I added 2 cups of rice, and this is what it looks like, and this is what's for dinner. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in another what's for dinner. Okay, can we just not talk about my appearance today? Tonight we are doing taco pizzas from, it's like a copycat off of Taco Bell. So what you're going to need is you're going to need corn tortillas. You can use like the hard tostadas already, or you can use flour and fry the flour. I'm just using corn because it's what I have on hand. You're going to need ground beef. And when you cook your ground beef, you're going to use 1 packet of taco seasoning. And then I have mild sauce. If you don't have the Taco Bell mild sauce, you can use either enchilada sauce or taco sauce, whichever one you guys choose. I'm going to use a mixture of the 3. So keep that in mind. You can use one, or you can use all of them. You're going to need some refried beans, cheese, and because they put tomatoes on theirs, tomatoes. And if you want to put onions, sour cream, you're going to need sour cream. But I'm just doing regular Mexican pizzas on how they normally do it at Taco Bell. I used to work at Taco Bell. So, I mean, I don't have, y'all know fast food. Anyways, so, first things first is I'm going to ground up my ground beef. I already diced up my tomatoes because you need diced tomatoes, and that's what this is. You're going to ground up your ground beef with 1 packet of taco seasoning, 3/4 of a cup of water, and like 2 tablespoons of whatever sauce you prefer. I'm going to mix all 3 of these and make my own. So I'm going to ground my beef first and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a bowl here and there's 1/2 cup of water in the bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my entire seasoning packet and pour it in. You're going to add about a tablespoon of the mild taco sauce. Perfect. And when it comes to your meat, you're going to want to cook it and break it up really, really small as it cooks. Alright? I have this taco sauce from a favorite Mexican restaurant that is no longer available to us. They shut down, but I love their food. So, and I love their taco sauce. And to this, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup. And this is going to go into our meat, you guys. And then because I only did 1/2 cup of water instead of 3/4 of a cup. And then now I'm only going to add about a tablespoon of the red enchilada sauce. And we're going to mix this together. Alrighty. So that is good to go. That is going to go in our meat. And now we're going to make the sauce to go on the actual Mexican pizzas. So the rest of the can of enchilada sauce, I like the old El Paso. Couple tablespoons of the taco sauce. And then about a tablespoon of the taco bell sauce, mild sauce. Also, I'm going to add a little bit of this into my beans. Alright, so now that my meat is almost done, you can drain the fat, but I don't have a lot of fat in here. You're going to use the sauce that has the taco seasoning in it. And just stick it inside your meat. This will cook down to be just saucy. It's going to reduce, you guys. So I'm just going to let this cook and reduce. Keep chopping up my meat. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. I'm going to heat these up so they're easy to spread. And then I'm going to fry these into a little bit of either coconut oil or a little bit of vegetable oil. So as you guys can see, it is reducing quite a bit. I'm going to let this go for just a minute longer just to reduce a little bit more, and then it's ready. You're also going to need cheese. Don't know if I said that. I'm going to make 7 pizzas. So what you're going to do, I'm going to do just one to show you guys how to assemble them, and then I'll do fast mode of me assembling the rest. So you're going to want to take your, however many you have, flattest.
Yes.
Goodness gracious. Tortillas. Again, I fried these myself. You can buy them that are already hardened, that are already fried. Goodness gracious, I can't talk today, you guys. But whatever works, however you guys want to do it. You guys could also use flour. So I'm going to add a spoonful of beans and smooth it out. As best as you can. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, you're going to add, that's hot. Ignore my dog coughing. He got in the pool. And when he's in the pool, he drinks water while swimming. Okay, so this is what the taco meat looks like. It's exactly how I want it. And then you're going to add a spoonful of taco meat. A little bit more is fine. Okay, now you're going to add, remember that sauce we made? You're going to add a pretty big spoonful of the sauce. Maybe 2. It's kind of sloppy, so keep that in mind. And now you're going to take another shell, place it on top, put sauce on, you could put sauce on the bottom before the beans. It's just hard to spread the beans if you do that. And then now you're going to add some cheese. I'm just using the nacho taco cheese. You could make this all Taco Bell because they have an entire line at the store, including cheese. So that is 1. I'm going to do the other 6. You're going to pop it in your oven at 350 just until the cheese is melted. And then put your tomatoes. And then if you want more sauce and sour cream, do that as well. So I'm going to set my oven to 350 now. So that is 1 tostada done. Now moving on to the next one. So you could put sauce, then beans, then meat. I do beans first because it's easier to spread that way. Okay, just like that. Meat, you're just going to sprinkle it, again, however much or little you want. And again, this is where I add the sauce because it's, again, harder to spread the beans any other way. So like a spoonful or 2. And then another shell. More sauce. You could add olives to this. You could add lettuce to the top. Whatever you guys want to do, do it. It's your kitchen. And then cheese. Just because I do it a certain way in my kitchen doesn't mean you have to do it that exact same way. Do it however you like it. You don't like beans, don't add them. You like turkey meat instead of beef, use that. You want to do chicken tostada pizzas, do it. It's your kitchen. All right, now it's meat. And sauce. Shell. Sauce. Cheese. I don't like hot tomatoes, so that's why I'm gonna do the tomatoes afterwards. 3 done, 3 to go. I'm gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna pop them in my oven. Alright, yummy, yummy in my tummy, tummy, tummy. Everybody else but Chris will eat tomatoes on them, so I'm gonna put. You said you want one, baby?
Yeah, just one.
Okay. And just like that, you guys, dinner is done. I'm gonna put some sour cream on top, but that's it, guys. Dinner's done. All right, guys, welcome back to another It's for Dinner. We are gonna do the sweet and sour meatballs tonight. That's what they look like. If you guys want, or you guys should have already seen the recipe for it. And I just have it in my foodie on the slow cooker mode. And then I have my my venting to sealing, so it stays hot and it doesn't let out any of the heat or whatever. That sauce will thicken, and I'm gonna put it over rice, and then we'll figure out a veggie later. But that's what's for dinner, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in another What's for Dinner.